This is NDTV. And you're watching Ndtv-Hindu.
Jayalalitha wants the ouster of Ndtv-Hindu over a fresh twist in the granting of licenses in the 2G spectrum allocation. But the
So,
minister
Mr.
and the company
Ndtv-Hindu
maxes
should
deny charges.
resign from the cabinet and face legal proceedings.
I think it requires a serious investigation.
Amma starts delivering on her promises. She rolls out the free 20-kilogram free rice package aimed at the over 2 crore people in the state. In the struggle for smooth power supply in the state, the Chief Minister promises to weed out corruption within the TNEB department.
We were supplying quality power, uninterrupted power, round the clock to all consumers.
Could the actual last day for former DGP R. Nataraj turn out to be the start of a new innings? The Central Administrative Tribunal could have new plans for the senior officer. This shocking World Health Organization study will make you keep your phone away to keep the doctor away. Cell phones could be reason for the big C. For 14 long years, she refused to wear them, but after getting a earful from her party card, the thing is back. The rain gods shower the city unexpectedly, a huge relief for Chennaiites sweating it out under the summer sun. And taking leads from a virtual Wimbledon, take out those googlies and Yorkers on the virtual pitch cricket games on the online medium Go 3D. Good evening and welcome to Headlines Now this Wednesday evening. I'm Evelyn Matthew. We get you the biggest of controversies making news and headlines tonight. Amma already seems on strike mode and making many promises to the common man of Tamil Nadu about bringing back the shining state. But with this, there's also a stinker for the night that mobile in your hand right now can prove quite costly, more or less dangerous for your health, even spelling a full stop perhaps. A special discussion with a leading doctor in the city about that in a moment from now. Before that, a look at what else is making news across the world and the country. Top ministers meet Bamad Ramdev at the Delhi airport, say they will continue dialogue, but the yoga gurus not called off the fast. CBI sources say Dayanidhi Maran could be questioned in the 2G scam. The BJP says PM should sack Maran if he doesn't quit. Concerned after Fukushima, the Prime Minister asks for the world's best nuclear safety precautions at India's plants. David Headley planned to make money from a film and a book after 26/11. His testimony ends in a Chicago court. And it's Federer versus Djokovic in the French Open semi-final. Federer is the last man to have beaten Djokovic. Our top story this hour, a cover story in a news magazine has got the grandnephew of M. Karunanidhi, Dayanidhi Maran, embroiled over a fresh 2G controversy following speculations over the circumstances in which Maran granted licenses to Aircel in 2007. The Chief Minister of the state, Ms. J. Jayalalitha, today demanded the resignation of the former telecom minister from the cabinet for his alleged role in the allocation of the 2G spectrum scam. In fact, the allegation against Mr. Maran is that Aircel previously denied a telecom license for over 2 years and was finally given only one when its owners changed hands to Malaysia-based telecom major Maxis. The charge is that Maran cleared the decks only after a sister company of Maxis invested 675 crore rupees in the Maran-owned Sun television network, which the BJP now calls a conflict of interest. The DMK leader has rubbished these charges, in fact sending a legal notice to the Helka. Maran had called the charges blatantly concocted.
With regard to the case of Dayanidhi Maran, I am quite sure the Prime Minister knows what should be done, and I am sure that he will do it. The Prime Minister should ask for Mr. Dayanidhi Maran's resignation from the cabinet. I am sure the Prime Minister will do it if he has not already done it. So Mr. Dayanidhi Maran should resign from the cabinet and face legal proceedings.
Well, the union minister has now reacted to the fresh spectrum charges against him. He has said that the news reports are far from truth and are malicious he had never favoured any company over others and that there was no loss to the exchequer during his tenure. And lastly, that no telecom company invested in his brother's company when he was the minister. Meanwhile, the Malaysian telecom major Maxis has come out with a statement attempting to steer clear of these developments. They came on record, and I quote, "There was, in Maxis's knowledge, no pressure exerted on SVL to sell its stake in Aircel, and there is no linkage between Maxis's investment in Aircel and that of Astro's investment in Sun Direct Television." Meanwhile, the CPM leadership also turned up the ante, mounting more pressure on Dayanidhi Maran. Prakash Karat, joining in chorus, also demanded the resignation of the Union Textile Minister.
I came to meet Madam Jayalalitha after her assumption of the office of Chief Minister. This is my first visit to Chennai. Well, what I've seen of the issues which have been raised in connection with Mr. Dayanidhi Maran as Minister of Telecom regarding the allocation of licenses and spectrum, I think it requires a serious investigation.
Moving on, Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister, Ms. Jayalalitha, today launched her government's populist initiative of providing 20 kilograms of rice free of cost to all ration card holders in the state. The AIADMK Supremo launched the scheme, keeping the promise made in her party's election manifesto for this year's polls. The new scheme will benefit more than 2 crore ration card holders here in Tamil Nadu.
I feel very happy that I was able to fulfill my promise to the people.
Now, 2 weeks' time was what the Chief Minister had asked for when asked about a solution to the power crisis in the state last week. In a fresh reaction to the electricity trouble that's been raging the state, Amma said that corruption in the department will not be tolerated.
This is what was happening. Now we will rectify the situation totally. We will root out corruption totally from the TNEB. We will see to it that generation is not only stepped up, not only reaches its full capacity, but it is also increased.
Now, a day after the Central Administrative Tribunal quashed the reappointment of Latika Saran as DGP, the state government has promised to look into the matter. At a press briefing by the Chief Minister earlier today, Ms. Jayalalitha said that the case will be studied. In an appeal petition filed by Mr. R. Nataraj, the CAT ordered that the reappointment of Ms. Saran was legally invalid, following which the tribunal had asked to consider him on seniority basis. As R. Nataraj has completed his term in office, the CAT's plans may not spell these days as his last few within this department.
We have yet to study it in detail. We will study it and then give our opinion.
Up ahead on headlines now, a cell phone a few centimeters away will keep the big C away. This new revelation may shock you.